Salutations, love, peace, and hair grease. Now let's talk some jazz. This is the Unlike Me podcast. So, we're going to start off our very first episode reviewing Eat, Slay, Love. I'm going to warn you that this is a spoiler review of this show and my opinionated commentary. We're off to a good start with this show. The poster of the show caught my eye on social media. I'm a big fan of the book Eat, Pray, Love. So when I saw the title, Eat, Slay, Love, I immediately looked. I also saw 4 black women, looked at that title, and the first thing I thought was, where can I watch it? So I did. I was shocked to see that even though I saw that poster, I didn't recognize any of these women. But when the rolling credits started to come in, I recognized it was Eva Pickford, who's making waves in film and mostly known for serving face on America's Next Top Model and Roa, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Singer Nivea, fresh off of Queen's Court Season 1. Tammy Rivera from We TV, don't want to call that other person's name that she's linked to. And a comedian named London, who's actually from London, UK. The 4 ladies embark on a vacation to Vietnam to relax, refresh, and recenter themselves. Nivea proposed the birthday trip to the group in search of a spiritual awakening. Eva is in search of healing. Tammy, I believe, is there just to find herself. And London, Nivea's friend who's tagging along, is just tagging along as a friend, in my opinion. Never really got clarity of why she was on the trip. London has also never met Eva or Tammy before, and let's just say it gets off to a rough start after the first night. And these are going to be some controversial takes. If you've been a witness to the diaspora wars taking place on Twitter and TikTok between melanated people from different parts of the world, they hold a lot of negative stereotypes. I won't mention them or breathe life into them, as London does this herself in the show. Primarily focused on melanated people in the United States. While some immigrants that come to the United States, and let me re-emphasize that, some, not all immigrants, but some immigrants that come to the United States denounce the stereotypes that they have been fed from their parents. We've learned that through social media, that a lot of them who are in the gray area of this subject of the diaspora war, they reveal that their ideology is taught to them by their parents. So they come to the United States with hatred and misrepresentation of a varied group of people, and it's just ingrained in their blood. When they get here, some of them make their own opinions, some of them stay true to what they've been taught, and it's just been a nasty situation overall. Okay, so let's start with London. London makes several, and I mean several statements that may give you pause. I definitely gave her the side eye a couple of times, and it just left me feeling like, oh, she's one of those I didn't think she was going to be when she was first introduced on the show. And by those, I mean melanated immigrants that thinks that they know more than Americans. London thinks that the representation she sees on television of black culture is accurate and all black people's agency. For example, because of the show The Wire, she says to Tammy, a Baltimore native, "I'm sorry, people shouldn't have to live like that," assuming that every black person in Baltimore grew up with what was portrayed on a television show. She mocks Tammy's accent also. She confesses that her British accent moves more doors than the Americans while they're on vacation. And if she were to call the cops would come running to her first. And she also said that London doesn't have ghettos. Her behavior, which is less than stellar in the first episode, my opinion, can be classified as what we call ghetto. But in her mind, because she's not from here, she can't be ghetto. The other ladies disagree. And they tell her that ghetto is a mindset and she possesses a hood spirit. That does not go well with London. She says in London's educational system, they watched Boys in the Hood and were told that is who black Americans are. Eva gives an exceptional summation of the discord on the subject. I want you guys to watch the episode so you can hear what she has to say. This is containing spoilers, but there are some things that I think I'm just going to leave out so I can get you guys to go over there and check out the show because I really think you should. Okay, let's pause for a second because that was a lot to take in. Side note, when you watch the episode, be prepared for a lesson regarding the slang word tricking. probably know that word from a song that was popular back in the day called It Ain't Trickin' If You Got It. You catch my drift. Okay, let's pick back up with Nivea. Nivea is a breath of fresh air because she is her authentic self on camera. Her catchphrase, "Oh my lamb," is hilarious, and she also serves as the positive nucleus of the ladies. Her desire for this trip is renewal and for sisterhood. She shares something that, again, I will not share as a part of the spoiler review, that I think you guys should watch, about why she feels the way she feels about sisterhood and having friends. And it really touched me because I can relate. Her fawning over the Vietnamese fan dancing that mimics flowers flowing in the wind is adorable. Her reactions to the culture in Vietnam is, I think it will win you over. And it kind of like made me want to go and visit. And another moment that I won't spoil is something she does at dinner. I think you're going to laugh out loud at that one because it caught me off guard. So it's just safe to say that Nivea is the comic relief on this show. Eva is emotional about her recent divorce. She says she lost her best friend and her ex-husband and sheds a tear or two in the first 10 minutes from losing the love of her life. I mean, my heart went out to her. I've always been a Eva fan, even though she's done some other controversial things. But, you know, when you like somebody, you like somebody. And I like Eva. So my heart went to her throughout this whole 3-episode limited series. But the ladies do console her, which does help the depression that she's suffering from and the loss that she feels. I think that if you give it a watch and you hear what she is vulnerable enough to share about her story, you'll probably shed a tear too. Tammy. Tammy is a riot. I know a little bit about her from the show that she was featured on Weed TV. I don't want to give her ex any more fame than he deserves at this moment in time. If you look him up, you can read about that yourself. But Tammy's a shit talker, and I like it. With her, if you start it, she's going to finish it. I also learned in this episode that Tammy is a swimwear designer, so more facts were being portrayed of her character. At one point in the episode, Tammy offers fashion advice, or should I say to style London, in a store where the ladies want to patronize a local business and buy these dresses to represent and pay homage to the culture. London is acting strange out of the blue and the ladies don't know why. Tammy's offering her services and just trying to get her to be upbeat, but London is bringing it down. And in her confessional, she states that she doesn't want to wear a dress because of cultural appropriation. Tammy is clocking it, and you will see what happens once she's fully clocked in. As for London, let's get back on her. She's just been on a roll in the first episode with several awkward moments. There's cultural comments. One that I haven't mentioned is that she says, "I hate when I'm in a country and can't speak the language. I feel so American." She offends Eva and tells her she has body dysmorphia. Then she claims that no, she's the one that has body dysmorphia as an excuse to not try on the dresses that I spoke of about a second ago. She later claims that cultural appropriation is why she was acting that way. And then she does the opposite of what Eva asked her to do when they go to dinner with one of Eva's longtime friends. She was not on her best behavior like Eva asked him to be. Eva explained that this is a conservative country and how her friend is, and London still just did not abide by Eva's wishes. She puts on a hell of a tantrum about not ever being proposed to or ever been married, and that tantrum goes on for way too long, and it ends with her saying she will let someone's husband eat the groceries. That's the cleanest way I could say it. Eva and her friend are flabbergasted. Nivea is shocked. Tammy is silent. And it's just safe to say that the Vietnamese host was offended. Now we go to the first day out and about on the town, which delivers some laughs, a little bit of adventure and fun scenes. They go riding on these carts in the middle of traffic. There's a lot of hollering, a lot of fear. And then they go shopping and venture out for a food tour that Nivea has been dying to try. Thanks to London, yet again, we get another spicy moment over, you will never guess in a million years what this argument was about. I'll give you a second. Never mind the second, you'll never guess it. The nationality of the great singer Sade. She just can't be wrong about anything. I won't spoil the scene because it is worth the watch as the cameras are shut off, but the producers record the audio, and I think I would have been uncomfortable in that bus. I'll just say that. Tammy and Eva separate from London and Nivea after that argument for a breather, and you think the argument is over, but let's just say the spice continues. Then we go into episode 2, and it's just chaos. Again, I recommend the show. I really did love it. 3 episodes was enough, but I think if they like did this with a diverse group of women every 3 episodes, this could be something. They don't all have to go to Vietnam, but just to see 3 women go on a vacation who we never thought we'd see together, I think it delivered something that was worth watching. So before we leave, let's talk fashion. There was a lot of Louis, Gucci, Birkin bags, Fendi, Chanel, Balenciaga, Tom Ford. You may as well say the whole Phipps Plaza of Atlanta. A lot of layered jewelry looks featuring Van Cleefs. I think I'm saying that right. You know, the little clover necklaces that's supposed to be for good luck. The ladies served natural hair, a lot of colorful wigs, boho braids, a diverse scene of streetwear. And I love Eva's style because she can go from fitting her body to wearing something totally baggy and making it all work. I mean, she is a model. And as you can tell, I'm probably biased. The dinner outfits were all cute. My favorite outfits, I will say, goes to Eva in London. There was a mauve colored dress that matched Eva's complexion just perfect. And then there was a jungle look that London wore with a Fendi bag to that same dinner. I would say those were my top 2. I don't know what that was that Tammy wore that night, but again, she was waiting for her clothes, so she might have just grabbed something at the hotel. I'm not sure. Nivea's look was interesting. A couple of them are interesting, but hey, like I said, Nivea is who she is. Let me add that when Tammy's bag did arrive, she was serving looks. So, this is my very first episode of reviewing the shows that I like. Thank you for listening to this review. I think you're going to enjoy this show. I hope you enjoy my take on it, and you should check out Eat, Slay, Love on Peacock. Like, share, and subscribe.